When I was a boy, staring up at the night sky from one of the parapets of my family's castle, I thought about all the stories and legends my sister and I heard from our old Nan, and hoped that one day I would be in one of them. My favourite story was a simple but popular one, of a shooting star falling from the sky, and of a courageous boy who would wander into the forest to find where it had fallen, taking the star's magic for his own. In some versions of the story, the boy would become a king. In others, he would become an archmage of some sort. And if you want to know the version of the story that the children of my servants would tell, the brave boy would find that the star had crashed into the side of a mountain, only to see that the star was not made of stone, but gold. Like I said, a simple story. And when I asked my father about it, he told me that the point of it was that the courageous boy would find what he truly wanted from the star, the deepest wish from his soul. Then he told me to stop believing in such dribble, or he would send me to boarding school, which he did anyway. Despite my father's chastising, I would still go out to look up at the sky, and one day I saw something amazing. Blazing across the sky was a star, but instead of falling in the middle of the forest, this star crashed right in the middle of my family's courtyard. As it hit our property, servants and guards were running around, and one of my father's knights came to grab me so he could drag me into the castle. I was too quick, and I got away. I ran straight to the crash site, and I was the first one to see what had landed in the courtyard. It was not a star, but a strange metal creature, which looked like it was made of 2 blocks covered in hinges and screens, with its joints and body connected with springs, gears, and sprockets. After my father's knights dragged it into the castle and tried to torture it, to no avail. It told my father that it was a Modron from the future. Specifically, it was something called a duodron, with the designation Delta Modron number 062. For a time, my father was fascinated with it, and it accompanied him across Furland. But eventually he grew bored of it, and Delta Modron joined my sister and me in our wing of the castle, where my father put all the rest of his things that he grew bored with. Delta Modron number 062 was our friend, and unlike my father, he did not get angry at us when we asked questions, and we asked a lot of questions about where he was from. Number 062 told us that the Modrons are from Mechanis, the plane of order, ruled by the Machine King Primus, the Lord of Order and the God of Time. In Mechanis, everything ticks forward, and the multiverse is kept in perfect balance. The majority of the population there are the Modrons, existing in a hive mind and caste system though. Some Modrons can accidentally fall outside of the hive mind and act on its own accord, which is what happened with number 062. There are the Monodrons, very simple and stupid, but cute, and they focus on small and simple tasks, and only one at a time. There are the Duodrons, like number 062, who act as supervisors and inspectors. The Tridrons are for surveillance and spying, and the Quadrons are the muscle, and lead lower-ranked Modrons into war during the Great Modron March. The Pentadrons are for law enforcement, which is the highest honour that can be bestowed on a Modron, since they will hunt down enemies of time, or keep them trapped in the Machine King's crystal prison. I barely believed Delta Modron, number 062, until we ended up in Mechanis for ourselves, brought there as enemies of time by Primus and his divine secretary, who pompously calls himself the Traveller. The moment that the Traveller blinked number 062, my lifelong friend, out of existence with the power of his wish, I remembered what my father said about the legend of the falling star. From the deepest part of my soul, all I want is to avenge my friend and kill that fucking robot. I found my falling star long ago, and soon it will be time to claim my wish of vengeance.